Well,
The main man with the plan. Oh, son of a bitch.
God damn it.
Oh man, I thought he disappeared.
I should have known he had something planned.
Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful installment, a wonderfully royal installment of Tag Me In, where, of course, the triple threat of brain trust go over the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of professional wrestling. I, of course, am the crown bearer himself, royalist of the royals, the unofficially super royally official Lip Dizzle, joined with none other than the less than stealthy unicorn himself, Mr. SRK ScooterRay.
I'm only here so I don't get fined, and I am contractually obligated to be here. But trust and believe. This whole thing that's happening to this side of me right now, right here, this right here, unnecessary, unnecessary. And this is coming from the guy who went on a whole Malcolm Bivens episode, and I think this is unnecessary.
This is the guy that supports the diamond, mind you.
Speaking of diamonds.
No, I'm out. I'm out. You have fun on this by yourself. I'm out.
Oh, and last but certainly not least, ladies of the IWC, the heartthrob of the community himself, Mr. Jaeger Bombastic. So fantastic. If he had a crown like this, he'd be so amazing. Back to back to back to back to back.
Little public service announcement for the ladies out there. This guy up here, he don't like sundresses. He ain't down with the sundress crew.
I love sundresses on women.
Don't believe that. Don't believe that. He lying.
Yeah.
He lying.
He said he likes overalls and all that on Farmers Only.
Mm-hmm. That's why he got that Farmers Only account.
Mm-hmm. I believe the term is Royals Only.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You pretentious son of a bitch. Get the fuck.
God damn it.
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, I don't think you were a perfect. I don't know. They might be. You know, it might be time to jump ship. It might be time to jump ship. You know.
Hey, yo, what culture? Where you at?
You know, it might be. It might turn into a Scoot and Jaeger podcast situation after this. You know. I'm just saying. You know.
I'm down.
But as far as I remember, Jaeger, I don't think this man over here was a perfect 4-0.
See, here's the thing about that. I was not. But I should have been.
You were 3-1. Oh, you were
3-1, but I should have been 4-0. And we're going to explain why when we get there. Because, spoiler alert, it was the wrong fucking call.
It was
the wrong fucking call.
Because even my brother has said that too. But we'll get there.
Yeah, we definitely will. So I'm still officially 4-0 on this one because they shouldn't have lost. They shouldn't have lost, but
it's starting to sound like an Orange Man last year. I don't know.
Right?
It's fine. It's fine. But a lot of things happen in the wrestling world, but we're not going to get through all that. We're going to talk about the cliff notes. One thing that we didn't get a chance to talk about for one was Zelina Vega making the horrible decision to go back to WWE.
Well, I'm going to say this. I don't think it was a horrible decision. Only reason why, she shouldn't have got fired in the first place.
Oh, okay. I can.
So she shouldn't have got fired in the first place, and I think they were planning on using her. Now, I don't know if they thought Alistair was coming back or not. But you know, the question is, why not? Why not?
Shouldn't she go back?
Yeah, why not go back? Because they got to think. I mean, let's really be honest here. What is AEW doing with their women's division?
They're only going in one direction right now.
But I mean, that's if you're not Britt Baker or Chris Statlander. Everybody else has been mainly regulated to dark.
Bunny
and Bunny.
Let's see here. I mean,
and Nyla. But other than that, I mean,
to be fair,
Sheeta hasn't been. Sheeta's been on dark.
She has,
and that's kind of weird.
Let's be fair with that though. What are the cards usually in a match in a wrestling show? You usually get just like one women's match in a 2 hour span.
That is normally true too.
Mm-hmm.
I would give you
can
that.
only keep so many women, I guess, relevant on the main show, where they're still getting their shine, and especially since we're in live crowds now, we're still going to see them get their shine, whether that be on Dark or Elevation or come August on Rampage. So I'm not really shitting on them for keeping the women's division on, or keeping like the women's division active in the, if you want to use the word, lesser shows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you can only do so much on the main show.
I can see that, and I agree on both stances. My thing with Zelina Vega, and I think it's more of a specific case with her, because if this was Peyton Royce and she ended up going back to WWE, she had just got let go, and that was pretty much it. But there was so much controversy around Zelina Vega with the whole tweet about supporting unionization, then the whole thing with her OnlyFans, and then her Twitch and everything like that, that because it was made into such a fucking kerfuffle, for lack of a better word,
it was
for her to just go back after the way that she felt, especially because, I mean, everybody who watched her Twitch after she was let go, she seemed extremely distraught. And, you know, anybody that's been let go previously outside of that, you know, they either just kind of went about their way. They didn't just, you know, go out like that. But I also do agree. I think that maybe this possibly could have been employed to either try to get Aleister Black on a contract again to come back. And he just pretty much said, fuck it. But
or maybe, considering what happened last night, maybe she might have been the bargaining chip. Maybe, because I mean, he had a 30-day instead of a 90.
Yeah, because they screwed up with they still had him on an NXT contract.
Yeah. So like I said, and you know, who's to say how long technically Zelina is even there for?
That's also true.
You know,
and it seems. Go ahead.
I just don't know what she's getting out of this. Like,
I mean, she isn't Money in the Bank.
Well, I mean, yes, but what I mean is outside of the TV spots. I mean, is she able to keep her Twitch? Is she able to? I mean, obviously, she's not going to be touting off about pro-union stuff anymore.
Her Twitch is still active, mainly because whatchamacallit is using it. Aleister is using it.
Okay.
Or well, I'm gonna just keep saying Aleister. Aleister is currently using her Twitch.
We'll wait until the reveal for the new name.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't be mad at seeing Zelina Vega on OnlyFans.
I mean,
WWE is a family network.
It's a bunch of cosplay.
Yeah, it was just really her cosplay,
which she was like posting up on Instagram for.
Yeah, so. I would say it was really just her cosplay.
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
But like I just think honestly, it was just one of those messy breakups that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those situations that it wasn't so much a re-signing, more of a ride out the rest of your contract.
That is interesting too. because I don't even know how much time she had on a contract before they let her
Me
go.
neither.
Same.
And then I wonder, are they going to count that time she wasn't there as time served, or tack it on?
They're gonna keep her ass on there, and I don't think she's gonna mind anyway.
She probably not. I mean, like I said, she
Getting a
first came
check.
back, boom, Money in the Bank. She's in there.
And then
I mean,
jobbed.
and then lost to Liv Morgan, but but yeah. Like I said, I'm just happy that she's on somebody's TV, whether it was WWE, whether it was going to be back to Impact or AEW. I'm glad she's on somebody's TV.
Yeah.
hmm
Same.
I'm glad she didn't go back to Impact though, but you know.
I mean, it's not to say they wouldn't have used her, but you know
That is true.
I just think that she's been so ingrained in like the WWE style that she does technically still fit that mold for that. I just don't want it to be for naught, and I also don't want them to pander to her. So it's a weird thing because you don't want them to job her out completely with her being back, and then you don't want her to just get like special treatment because she just came back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
give her the win on the day back, Just
that would have been fine, but don't give her Money in the Bank because she came back.
Fair.
I think the Money in the Bank, honestly, if I'm really predicting Money in the Bank, I think Nikki's gonna take that.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're really starting to get behind this superhero thing. Even though she took a loss Monday in that tag team match, I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki Ash or Nikki Cross ends up taking that. Or they could pull some wild shit and be Alexa Bliss. I don't know. We're gonna see.
Where's Bray? Where the fuck is Bray?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised when he comes back that they give him another new gimmick at this point. I don't know.
I know. We'll see. But on the brighter side of things, NXT Great American Bash,
Bangers.
And I say brighter thing because there we go.
Because the stars of the night are big and bright.
No, because this crown is just shining in the light.
This guy.
But
you done did it.
I'm out. I'm out.
It was just crazy because when this whole thing started, when we start predicting everything, I had stated that the crown itself had spoken, and it spoke. It spoke.
3-1. 3-1.
3-1, but we still should have been 4-0. Just saying.
I mean, if wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But
yep. You were still at the end of the day 3-1, sir.
Be living in some kind of water world shit.
No. I don't think I'd be living in a water world. I'd be living in a world of
Atlantis. You're right.
Where I would probably be royal.
Oh my God, this fucking guy.
I mean,
y'all see what we deal with, people. Y'all see what we deal with.
Oh Jesus.
I mean,
that would look so good on a shirt.
So you got to knock off a few points of that.
It would look good on the shirt because it will look good on the shirt.
You got to knock off a few points of that crown, though. I mean, I don't. Last time I checked, there was only 3. There was only 3 points on that crown.
No, it needs more points for all the predictions that it predicts. But
this is karma. This is karma. This is karma for my Malcolm Bivens episode. This is karma.
Well,
this is what happens when I celebrate Malcolm Bivens. This is what happens. We got to hear this.
It's a crazy thing that they say. I believe it was.
Here it goes.
It was in the Dark Knight.
There's this guy.
Yeah, it was the Dark Knight. It says you. What did they say? What did they say? You.
I don't know. I lost it.
I never seen it.
Dark Knight. Oh, that was that Heath Ledger movie. Gotcha.
Yeah, I never seen it. I mean, I never seen the movie. Even though I think I remember quoting it or something like that, but I don't think I've never seen the movie.
I remember
Yeah, I think
Heath Ledger winning an Oscar for it. That was about it.
it's
Yeah.
you predict right enough to become royal, or you
Oh,
live
that's
long, or you suffer long enough to become a Malcolm Bivens. That's what it was. I remember now.
I don't think the quote
That's
went anything
exactly
like that.
that's exactly
But
what it was. The crown is spoken. So now this
Oh my God.
this NXT Tag Team Championship match,
Fire.
MSK, the champions,
mhm,
taking
mhm.
on Old Man Ciampa and Toothless Timmy. The psychology in this motherfucking match. Loki agrees.
I mean, I heard him bark like only 3 times.
You know,
He
to
just
to
grunted
to
once.
just give out my one gripe out the whole match. The only gripe I had about this match, I wish MSK would have won.
I mean, it was clean, although
No. I mean, like hit their
yeah,
finisher one.
Mm.
yeah, I know.
You know, not hitting the most devastating finisher in wrestling history. You know,
The
but like
surprise
you
roll up.
said, yes, the psychology because it was a young boys in a sense versus the old guys.
Mm-hmm.
And the young boys, once again, not trying to disrespect them, the young boys or the young lions, I'm gonna say that it was the young lions trying to show the veterans we can hang in this division, let alone we are the champs for a
Mm-hmm.
reason.
And my praise and my gripe go to the same person, and that's Thatcher.
Okay.
Because on the outside, anytime Ciampa was in the ring, you had Thatcher playing super assistants all over the outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He made it count. This is where a lot of the psychology that I liked in this match made a lot of sense because it wasn't just about like, okay, yeah, you got to be outside, wait for your tag to get in, but it was the way that he was playing it to where it was working in their favor, like where he would pull the ropes down, where Wesley would fall out or come in at certain points and pull some type of assistance here and there, but
Well,
still.
you know what that reminded me of? Cesaro when he was with the bar when him and Sheamus was together. Cesaro and actually kind of when him and Tyson Kidd was together. He was the same way.
Underrated tag team.
Very underrated. Very under. Even New Day says themselves that they love the matches between Cesaro and Kidd, and that's when Big E was talking about how that's when he realized how strong Cesaro was. was during them days when they was battling for the titles. But because there was one thing Ciampa did, not Ciampa, Toothless Timmy did that I remember one time that I vividly remember. If I remember correctly, I think it was the Bar versus the Usos, if I remember correctly. And there was a part where Sheamus was the legal man, and I think he was going to take the double super kicks, and Sheamus pushed him out the way, and he took the double super kicks instead, which caused Sheamus to recover, and I think hit the bro kick and something else. I think they retained, I think. And it kind of reminded me of that too, where I think it was one of the moves that MSK was about to do, and I think Thatcher had pushed Tommaso out the way and took
It
the
was
move instead.
You took the
Carter
top
was
rope
doing
move.
yeah, it was a moonsault out to the outside.
Yeah. And that
And
was
then
very reminder of Cesaro when he did that with Sheamus.
after that, Ciampa hit him with a fucking clothesline, just
Yes.
barreled him, and I'm just like, there was a lot of parts in this match that was hard hitting, and I enjoyed
Yes.
it because the way that both Wesley and Carter had sold that shit, everything, and this didn't take away from how good MSK is.
No.
It just showed how much better of a tag team Thatcher and Ciampa were as an overall, as far as the psychology, because they were doing things that didn't pertain, like it was more psychological on their end than it was with MSK. MSK was more straightforward with, the high flying, the offense here and there. but it's like they were playing a different game on, as
Mm-hmm.
far as Ciampa and Thatcher goes.
Rocking that veteran
Well, not only
status.
that's. Go ahead, Jaeger.
I was just throwing a little comment, rocking that veteran status, just using the
And
ring
that's what I was
intelligence.
about to hint at. I was about to say, and that comes from not only. So sometimes that's the beauty of not only saying you're a 13, 15, 20 something year veteran, but you could actually show it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
too many guys we hear are, oh man, this person's a 20-year veteran or this person's a 15-year veteran. And then you see them doing certain things and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
if you say
veteran?
so. If you say they've been doing it for 15 years, then who am I to disagree?
Mm-hmm.
But when you see stuff like this, because I'm not saying, I don't want to necessarily say Tommaso and Thatcher carried MSK, but you could definitely tell who led the match. You could definitely
Yes.
tell Ciampa and Thatcher led the match.
Mm-hmm.
And MSK followed along beautifully. I am a
That
little sad that they never considered Thatcher a tag team champ when Pete Dunne was out and he took Pete Dunne's place. I'm a
Oh
little sad,
yeah.
but yeah, they didn't officially count Thatcher as tag team champ with Matt Riddle. So I'm a little sad by that, but hey.
Yeah. You would think they would have.
Yeah, because he did like what, 2 defenses with Riddle before they lost it,
I
if
think
I
so.
remember correctly.
And the crazy thing about that too is that
This mean
them winning the tag
go.
titles was a good way to start their feud.
It was like Jaeger's trying to do the Dark Order claw.
Well, no, like you freaking you like stopped and then it was
Oh,
reconnecting, and so I was like, "Hello, anything?"
and like
I
right
was
when you
like,
did it, it's like your hand got stuck, like you were trying to do the Dark
like,
Order.
join us. I need to get
But
um,
yes,
refitted.
I thoroughly enjoyed this match. Like, I mean, of course, the only time I looked away from this match when it went to commercial break, but I thoroughly enjoyed everything about this match. It was a great opener. And of course, I was over there sweating bullets because I tried to take the crown away from this something. But besides the point, I did pick MSK. MSK won.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That they did. That they did victoriously.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
wish
from
there would
there,
have been a sign of respect though at the end of the match.
yeah, I was waiting for that too because I thought that's what
Yeah.
was going to happen. And even though Regal had mentioned it and said that they earned, Ciampa and Thatcher's
Yeah.
respect, we just never saw it. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it was something that was shown like at the cutaway, but yeah, we definitely didn't get that. Maybe we'll get something more implied next
Next
week.
week. Yeah.
So
I can see that.
we'll definitely see. But yeah, from there we got this shit set up for next week.
Mm.
I smell a setup in this match.
Same.
Because out of all things, you make Samoa Joe referee.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And of course, the one rule is if Samoa Joe is touched.
Unless provoked.
So this may finally get us our Karrion Cross match. Something,
Yeah.
but
This might get us a Karrion Cross loss.
I was thinking that too. This might get us a Cross loss.
Yeah, this will get that's a funny phrase, get a cross loss. I think this will get us a cross loss via disqualification. Because I see Joe choking Gargano out, causing Karrion to lose, and then having Johnny basically praise himself and say, I beat Cross. I got to win over Cross.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
And that'll piss Cross off so much just for
That
the
he'll
fact
have this quote unquote asterisk win.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
The
So
inner Mark in me wants to see an enraged Cross due to a clean loss, with Johnny Gargano being the new NXT champ. Just
nah,
enraged going after Joe, then there's animosity. The stability that he's worked for these last few weeks goes to shit. And it's
Hmm.
just Joe and Cross like all over the place.
well, I mean, we're definitely going to get that match between those two. I don't think it's going to be a title change next week.
No,
But
probably not.
this whole segment on Cross's end just had a extremely large amount of foreshadowing
Mm-hmm.
with Cross basically stating he wants to main event WrestleMania, he wants to go on to be WWE champion, and acknowledging that completely.
Yep.
Basically, him unofficially, officially saying, my days here are numbered. I'm getting the fuck out of here and going to the main roster.
Yep.
Basically saying I got bigger fish to fry than being in this small pond. But
Mm-hmm.
Johnny just completely over. Now, that could be because of him, or it could be because people just aren't behind Cross like that. But yeah, it's just they are eating it up, and it could be just like us because we all enjoy the whole act of the way. So
True.
on top of that, Johnny's just just an amazing character. Period. So, but I think the bigger thing out of this is really just Joe and Cross, and
Oh yeah.
it's good that Johnny's a part of this because he's still a main player in this, but the way that he acts and carries himself in this situation makes him look like a side character, and it's hilarious.
True.
So it's especially when they announced Joe was going to be the special guest referee, and he started chanting Joe along with the crowd.
He's doing that antagonistic thing so bad. I mean, so good, but
I
so
mean,
so
let's
much.
not. I mean, let's not. When he was like, "Hey, you wearing your wife's jeans," and he was like, "Well, speaking of my wife, you can't lace her boots." So I honestly think this is one of the things that I'm loving, if anything, about this carrying cross situation, is that I'm loving that none of these guys are quote unquote afraid of Cross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, they're like, yeah, he might beat me up, yeah, he might throw me around the ring, but I know I can take him. Like I'm loving how nobody's like, oh, I never really said I wanted a match against Cross. I just, no, they're like, nah, fam, I want that belt you holding, my guy.
Exactly.
and that's the NXT's credit because even when we came on here and we were talking about how the whole Cross having the title is a detrimental thing to NXT because who's going to take the title off of them? And it's like
Hmm.
they flipped a switch and they flipped it on everybody and was like, you know what? Well, then let's just treat everybody else like they're not scared of Cross and just talk about it a different way. So now it puts everybody mentally on a level playing field with Cross, if not higher. So that
Hmm.
changed the whole perception of everything to where it's like now Cross isn't anything really special anymore. So kudos to NXT for fixing that shit.
Hmm.
Is
But
that crown on your neck?
Yes, he's wearing it like a
oh
chain.
yes. See, this right here is
Yes,
No, sir.
yes, he's
yes,
wearing
sir.
it like a chain.
Yes, sir. See, because most people would say that my ego with this crown has gotten very big, so it's like the crown can't fit on my head. But that's not the case. I feel that sometimes it's better to bear the weight of the crown on my neck and my shoulders.
Well, I mean, they say heavy is the head that wears the crown. I guess you can't hold the weight. It's fine.
No, it's that sometimes this crown, when it talks to me, I think maybe the crown is very big in its own right, even though, you know, but
I
Jaeger,
mean,
there,
Jaeger. This is all ways of just saying his head is too big and he bought a too small of a crown. That's all that means.
I mean, to me, it just sounds like he's treading on Ethan Page's gimmick, but you know,
No. I think
might. I mean, if you get cease and desisted, man, that's really not on us. We tried to tell you.
You know,
no.
I will say this. I will say this. I give him credit for all of this, and I will say this. May his reign be long. May it be fruitful.
Oh yeah,
But
very fruitful and
just
popular.
know, just know, don't be a King Joffrey.
Oh no! See, the thing is, I am loved and adored around the kingdom of the IWC. They they need
They
Loki,
need
what you
a
think about
crown bearer
this?
like myself.
ah. Oh,
No.
okay,
All right. Grunting.
okay.
Because
All
at the
right.
end of the day, they all know, and they will all chant. They will all chant the phrase that rings throughout the IWC in
Which
its
is,
entirety. The crown has spoken.
oh my God.
I like how it says the crown has spoken because it doesn't involve lip at all.
It's because
This is
it's
just.
anonymous. See, I don't have to put my name because they know that this here. I mean, you can look at the sweater. There's just crowns everywhere. It's just
Why could there not been a Diamond Mine segment on this show?
because they knew that when I predicted what was going to happen on the show, they knew that there was no room for Diamond Mine. There was just room for a diamond.
Well, yeah, they had to fit your big old head through.
At least I got Hero out of it.
We did get hit row. But before we got there,
though. Anyways,
Be Fab though. But
be
I'm sorry.
fab.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right, I'm definitely going to be spoiler alert. I'm going to be praising her in that segment when we get there. But next up, we had the $1 Million Championship on the line. LA Knight defending his wrongful.
You know, I will say this. This was an instance I hated. I hated that I picked LA Knight.
Why?
I felt just. I mean, because the problem is Cameron Grimes' career and his trajectory was going to the moon. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily saying this is going to derail him because he could be kind of like how remember how John Cena was with the Nexus or what Daniel Bryan was with the Wyatt family. He could be one of them type butlers, but to just see him take that loss, it was like, oh, I picked LA Knight. Like,
Well,
right.
that was the reason why I picked LA Knight, because I see how this story's going and it works. Because I mean, again, think about it. Think about from the ladder match up till now, his stock has risen. No pun intended. His stock has risen with the fans. Like even so much to go with his entrance on Tuesday, where when his interest is going, everybody's saying to the moon in unison. And this just works out even more because what they're doing with him is they're building that sympathetic babyface, because now everybody's behind him. And there is nobody at this point in NXT that's going to be more perfect for this role than LA Knight, because LA Knight is just smug.
Yes.
He's smug and he makes you want to punch him.
And can I also give LA Knight credit to him?
Mm-hmm.
He's not meant for NXT.
No, I saw that in the match on Tuesday.
He's not meant for NXT. The way his promos come off, the way his demeanor is, his name is still fucking stupid. But he probably should have bypassed NXT. I can see why, but he's not meant for NXT.
I think, and I'm gonna say this is to Triple H's credit, because I think he was the mastermind behind this move to put
I'm
LA
pretty
Knight
sure.
in NXT. Because had LA Knight gone straight to the main roster, there's a lot of people that wouldn't have got it.
No.
And
especially with the name.
Yeah, correct. And I think it's the same thing with what's his face?
EC3?
No, well, he should have gone straight to the main roster.
Main roster,
Yeah.
Bennett.
Oh, Mike Bennett.
Mike Bennett, yes. Because he should have gone. Mike Bennett should have gone to NXT instead of going to the main roster.
I can agree with that.
Because it would have been.
They only put him on the main roster because Maria.
Correct, and that was a problem.
Yeah.
And with LA Knight, now that they're able to see what everything, especially with the whole $1 million championship thing, he doesn't need any other title. After this, he can go straight to the main roster.
I can agree.
But yeah, I think he's going to be a shot of adrenaline that more than likely Raw needs.
Yes.
Because
I guess a slight news story in a sense, because you kind of just said it. Apparently, they're trying to set the draft up, I think, late August.
I think so, yeah.
Well, it would be after SummerSlam. So after SummerSlam will supposed to be the new draft, and I wouldn't be surprised if NXT people are all up in there.
I could see that.
Yeah, if they're planning, because I mean that's what it seems like. Because when we get to
the breakout tournament,
well, yeah, that, and then when we get to the women's tag team title match,
that's right.
Yeah, there's other stuff that's been going on too, and it seems like they're just really just plucking people back and forth. And that could have been why a lot of these releases had happened. Like they're making room for at this point a whole new era on the main roster, which could be to WWE's benefit if they do it right. Because
creative.
It's not, well, not only that, it's not so much creative and it's not so much doing it right. It's a little bit of that, but I think the biggest part of the pie, you gotta let shit play out. Like honestly, imagine this. Like, let's go back 6 years, right? Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods. We've been seeing previews and promos, New Day debuts. New Day sucks, all of this. Imagine they would have killed that dead right then and there.
They wouldn't have a number one tag team, and
not even only that. Like Kofi Mania wouldn't have happened. 11-time tag reign wouldn't have happened. The biggest merch sellers since the Hardy Boys wouldn't have happened. Like them being damn near ambassadors for a nerdy community wouldn't have happened. Like, just imagine. So that's the biggest issue.
Man, WWE wouldn't have like half the Twitchers on there,
right? So if you're looking at a lot of the people that are in NXT now, some people need a little bit of time to get their feet wet and to make it work. You can't just assume they're over on NXT that it's going to automatically carry over on the main roster, especially now since fans are coming back. They're going to have to give things some time. They can't just say, oh, well, 2 weeks, Bronson Reed ain't getting them over. Put them on main event now. Like, damn. You know.
I can agree with that because there are some instances where that definitely is true. Of course, New Day's a situation. The Shield's another situation. Wyatt family is another one. But of course, there are definitely outliers in that.
Let's look at one of the biggest names ever to be in the company, Daniel Bryan.
True.
Yeah.
True. But the thing is, with especially with that, which that was like dark days of NXT, because that's when NXT was like a competition show.
That is true. No, I'm talking about when he was on the main roster, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, I thought we were going like way
no,
back.
No. Imagine if WWE would have took that yes movement and killed that shit dead.
I think he would have left.
A lot of people would have left. A lot of people would have been like, wait a minute. This man occupied Raw. He had legit fans in the ring with him as Raw went off the air. And just imagine 2 weeks later, they would have just killed that push dead.
Oof.
Like imagine they would have killed the Yes Movement the way they killed Rusev Day.
Killed it like they killed Otis.
They killed it like they killed. Otis doesn't have a beard anymore, fam.
Wait, he doesn't?
Otis doesn't even have long
Wait.
hair anymore.
You haven't seen Otis recently?
No.
He
Oh, he
doesn't.
showed up
He
on
okay.
SmackDown.
He recently cut his hair, but for the last couple of weeks,
Oh, is that it?
yeah, he doesn't have a beard nor hair.
What the?
Yes.
Hold up. Let me see this shit. Because like that.
And
What
now
the
he's
fuck?
yes, yes,
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He looks vanilla.
And he's very like serious, like Chad Gable and everything too now.
It's funny because he looks almost identical to this chick that I used to work with at the hospital a while ago. Like
no.
That's scary.
Like hold up. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I thought you knew this.
Hey Britt, tell me he doesn't like Jessica. That's Otis.
No.
That's Otis.
No.
See the magic you get on air, people. See the magic you get on air.
Very much so.
That's
like her.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, like now the haircut is fine. Like I'm not tripping on the haircut because hey, cool.
Yeah.
But
Why you gotta take away the beard though? Like he looks like a regular person, but that's just about it. He looks like a regular person.
Exactly.
Vanilla.
He looks very vanilla.
Damn. So I mean, does he still do his antics, or is it just like
Nope.
he's like super serious?
Gable Ben killed the antics.
Yeah.
And he's literally just a super serious wrestler now.
Wait, Shorty G killed his antics?
Well, he's back to Chad Gable now.
Yeah, Gable's doing the whole Alpha
yeah.
Academy stuff, which is
he's doing that whole Alpha Academy,
which I like.
And he was teaching Otis not to be so goofy, but to be more of a killer. That's why he's been beating the shit out of Street Profits.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the last time that I've seen him.
Yeah,
because he had to cut his hair recently.
Yeah, no.
Right?
I think he just debuted the new haircut Friday when he fought Dawkins.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I think it was like I think I seen it maybe like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
No. Yeah, but the beard he cut like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Okay, then maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it's been like a week or two with him without the beard.
Okay,
but yeah, that's the biggest issue. WWE and creative and Vince McMahon has to let things work.
Well, I mean, hopefully, I mean, I don't. Of course, let me not say that because you corrected me last time, Scoot, when I said, there's no way that they can mess up XYZ whoever here. But LA Knight is so charismatic that it's going to be very difficult for him not to get over with the fans, or even as like a fucking heel. Like he's going to be. Yeah,
he's a heel. He's a heel.
He's going to end up being a better Miz.
Ooh, interesting.
Because LA Knight can go in the ring. That's not to say Miz can't, but of course, Miz is known to be very safe, and that's to his benefit because he wants a long, successful career.
His first major injury in 15 years.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and maybe when LA Knight goes to the main roster, he might get Eli Drake back.
Nah, I'm pretty sure LA Knight may be cemented now. But I don't know, you could be right. But I'm pretty sure LA Knight is probably cemented. Otherwise, because I was about to say otherwise, I think he would have came in as Eli Drake.
They might call him Eli Knight now.
Or that.
Eli Knight.
Because that'll be the one NXT name that they actually keep, and it'd be the one that's like the wrong one to do.
Right.
But yeah, LA Knight clearly goes over on
Oh,
this one,
no.
and we're going to get more of a storyline with him and Cameron Grimes being the new Virgil.
Yep. Start next week, most likely.
This is good. Like it's
Told the man to bring his plunger and
Right.
all the cleaning supplies.
I'm
Like, LA Knight, what are you doing to your toilets, man?
it's
Right?
about to be gold.
Like I kind of wish they would have added a stipulation of how long.
I think they did it for a reason, because I think it's going to get to a point where they're going to end up probably wrestling for that title one more time, and it'll be for Cameron Grimes' freedom in a way. But I think it's going to get to a situation where, because I think this will easily have to go on for about a month,
month or two,
about a good 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll stretch out time up until like SummerSlam, if that's the case.
That'll be takeover. For wherever. They're in. Where are they in for SummerSlam again?
Vegas.
Right.
But don't forget, SummerSlam's on a Saturday this year.
Is it?
Oh
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. The SummerSlam in Vegas is on a Saturday.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just make it a special night for that Tuesday.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's because of football.
But they never did that before.
Well, no, football. Does football start that early in August?
No, preseason.
It could be because of preseason, maybe, but I don't know. But yeah, SummerSlam's on a Saturday this year.
Usually during the day, I think. But all right.
I guess to be on the safe.
We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, LA Knight goes over. He retains his $1 million championship, and that's that. But now I am super duper torn with everything that has to do with this match, with the segment, with just everything.
So
I'm super torn.
I'm going to tell you what my brother said.
Okay.
My brother said, did they really give Io and Zoe the tag titles? He was like, Zoe has been getting pushed ever since she's been there. And they was like, really? The tag titles? Like, come on, bro. Like, he was sending many messages. So he wasn't happy. I wasn't happy due to the fact of the way could have kept the belt even with Tegan's return. And don't get me wrong, I love Tegan's return. I'm glad she's back. It would have been cooler for her to return after the match was over with.
Yes.
Because then it would have been like, oh shit. But to do it in the middle of the match was kind of weird. And let's also put it in perspective too. Indy was working her ass off at that match.
For real.
What's up, Indy? I see you, girl.
Yeah, I'm
selling your Indy Ramon gear. I see you, girl.
No, you don't. Freaking Dexter Loomis over there went and took her away.
Well, that was during commercial break.
Yes, it was.
But I don't. Yeah.
And this is where I'll give my positives on this.
It wasn't a bad match.
One, it wasn't a bad match. Two, Zoe Stark finally has fucking complete gear. Her gear looks official now. Look, for everybody that's been watching, that's been my gripe with Zoe Stark for a long time. She's been slowly but surely getting more pieces to her gear where she stopped looking like a basic creative character. Yes. Now her gear looks legit. Like, I'm cool with this. So that's fine. Main thing, Tegan Knox is back. I'm happy. You can't tell me shit. She win the title. It's set in stone. I don't care what anybody say. I don't even care what the crown says. Anytime Tegan's in a match, she winning. Period. Fuck what the crown got to say. I don't mean that. But yes. Now, the shit I don't care about. One, Io and Zoe winning. They didn't need to at all. Oh, sorry. The other thing that's good is fucking Indy.
Indy.
On
Yes.
the entrance.
Fucking
On
Indy
the
wrestling.
entrance. The
Yeah,
way
okay.
she was.
You saw that too, right?
Yes.
You saw that too, right?
On the entrance, her being so fucking just smarmy and just antagonistic with the title and just being so happy. Like, you could have gave India at least another month with these tag titles.
Now, there was another thing I give Indy the MVP of this match for. Damn near maybe the MVP of the whole night. Remember, I don't know if y'all paid attention, when Candice put on the Gargano Escape, Indy did the silencer.
Yep.
Did you pay attention to the way Indy was looking?
No.
If you look at when she locked on the silencer, she gave the Dexter Loomis eyes.
Did she?
No, she
Yes. Yes.
I'm playing this match back. Hold
when
on.
she locked on the silencer, because remember, that's Dexter Loomis's finisher, she gave the Dexter Loomis face.
Ain't that some shit?
That's why I was like, I wanted them to keep the belts mainly because Indy was the MVP to me. She is really coming to her own as a wrestler.
Yeah, first off, shouts out to Indy Hartwell for sure.
Yes.
Because it's just it's that fucking necessary. Because
I mean, Indy though.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. But my biggest gripe, outside of them losing the tag titles, Tegan Knox's return.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
This, I'm not gonna say it pissed me off, but it pissed me off because I felt like she deserved a much better return. This felt like it was like just like last minute and half-assed. Like,
yeah,
you have this whole like graphic of this damn battery charging up to 100%. And not just for the fact of it going off in the middle of the match. That was already a bad decision made on that.
It was.
But to have her just come out as if she just came off the street,
right?
And just like, and then just stand there, like.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that noticed that Tegan's unit was like, damn, like, okay, they could have had her looking better than that, but okay, that's fine. I mean, if that's her style, that's her steez, but you know.
Yeah, and it just didn't make any sense, and for the fact of like, because if you think about Ember making her return, they did this whole thing, and then even like, I think it was it EO's
Indy Ramon, indeed.
thing, where
it was at the EO's title defense.
Yeah, and so they showed the thing graphic of her riding a motorcycle, coming in and taking off the helmet, like that shit made sense.
And it was after the match.
Yes, and this is why, like, just. That kind of hurt my soul because I'm like, yeah, I'm happy Tegan's back, but you know, like, but damn, like this how y'all gonna do it, like, for real,
right?
So yeah, but
did you find that part, Jaeger?
Getting to it,
like I said, it was right when Candice had locked on the Gargano Escape.
Yep,
and she threw on the silencer.
Pulling it on right now. I think it was right when Io kicked out of that 2 count. Actually, no. Where the hell was it? Sling goes by backwards or rewind is 10 seconds, but fast forwarding is 30, so it kind of throws it all out of whack. It was towards the end of the match. I know that.
Hold up, let's. You know what? No, I think I'll be good. I don't think they trip when I have Xfinity on and doing it because Or did they? Okay. They probably did the shit. Either way, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if they want to put that copyright.
Oh, here it is. I think. Oh yeah, here she goes. Oh yeah, she's doing the whole but yeah. Let us watch.
Oh wow. It doesn't even want to show it. Wow, that's crazy.
Dang, Xfinity.
Wow.
Damn. Brutal.
And you can see that it says WWE NXT on here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's shown that it's playing. That's
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
No, I'm at it right now. Everybody, it is at, let's see here, an hour and 14 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to go back and watch it yourselves, oh yeah, she does a full Dexter Loomis face.
And I
Yeah, she
don't even
gets
think
the.
did commentary even comment on that at all? Because I don't
They
think they
just said,
Aside
did.
cause
from
see, I didn't know she was doing his finisher. So when she did it, and they was calling it the silencer, I was like, well, damn, did I miss out on something?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what Dexter calls is what, silence or sleep, or
Uh damn, I don't even
I
remember.
think it's silence. I think that's what Dexter Loomis calls his. And for them to be like, she locked on the silencer, and I was like, I didn't know she had a name for it. And then the fact that she was giving full Loomis face, I was like, okay. And then it came full circle because Loomis came at the end, got her off the apron, and Indy actually literally had to wake up this time to see that her
Yeah,
man,
he superhero character out of there.
right? Her man was in her arms. And finally, Index was a thing.
as Beth so eloquently put that.
I'm not gonna lie, I really do enjoy Beth Phoenix on commentary. I really do.
Same.
Oh, absolutely.
I love
I
it. I
mean,
love Beth Phoenix on commentary.
let me see. Oh no, it's not even showing it on here. Damn, how dare they not put that on here?
That's some cold shit.
It is.
But
I don't,
yeah,
I
the
don't think
moment.
it's updated.
I mean, of course, I was pissed that my predictions was off, but I was just like, they should have let the way keep that one. They should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
why I was mad because I was on my way to another clean sweep, but you screwed me, NXT. You screwed me, and you shouldn't have because you knew what the right call was, but you didn't want me to be greater than I already am.
okay, yeah,
But
moving on.
but no, you know what? No, let me
Okay.
take this down because you know what didn't happen.
Oh
This was
no.
not taken from me. This was not taken from me. And do you want to know why?
I mean, I think you're going to tell us.
Man. Adam Cole saved your ass. Just know that.
Adam Cole was already going to win.
You know what? The draft saved your ass.
Doubtful, but let's not even get to that. Let's get to some fabulous enjoyment by none other than B Fab.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Stu Bennett, aka Wade Barrett, he praised this. He said that these guys have magic. And he said you could feel it. I will say
Yeah.
this personally. I enjoyed every minute of this. And
Why was this not
not
disqualified?
because
Oh, go ahead.
not because, me being a hit row stan and all. It was the fact that you don't get a chance to see this in NXT. NXT
True.
is such this rock oriented brand,
Mm-hmm.
and for them to have a legit rap concert basically in the middle of it, I thought it was pretty awesome.
That's where a slight gripe comes into play, and it's
Okay.
not saying everything that this was bad. It's just it's a bit different when you have a crowd that's used to something and then
Mm-hmm.
you get something different. And of course, being a huge hip hop fan myself, it's weird when you watch something like that and it's done in front of a crowd of people who, for the most part, the majority of the room can't really appreciate it.
And that was my only thing too. I was like, I'm hoping it was appreciated.
And I think that's the thing, and that this is why I felt like just for the circumstance at hand, and I know why this went on as long as it did, is because there's only 4 matches. They were filling time, but with this, I felt like it should have just been the cipher itself and not them doing the whole
theme song.
Theme song, yes. But other than that, yeah, the kudos. But my main kudos, of course, goes to B-Fab, because when she started this off, bars.
Yo.
Bars.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and like really respect her, Brianna Brandy. Though.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
He didn't even say B-Fab.
No, Brianna Brandy though. Brianna Brandy though.
Well,
B-Fab, you big mad.
Somebody gonna be big mad.
This made me want to see her in action.
Same. Because her charisma on the mic just made me want to see like her character like in a feud.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, yeah, I need to see what's going to happen. And I know that they're probably saving anything that she's going to do for after, I guess, maybe SummerSlam or whenever they clean Vince McMahon cleans house in NXT. Because there's going to be multiple women. Because I mean, we already know Shotzi, Scarlett, potentially Tegan.
They're gonna let Tegan probably simmer a little bit back at NXT, to make sure the knee is right, make sure the knee good.
I need her to win the title in NXT first.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Candice.
That's interesting.
I mean, she was in the Women's Royal Rumble and everything, so I wouldn't be surprised if Candice ends up getting called up sometime soon.
Now I know Johnny and Ciampa at a point in time said that they definitely weren't going. Ciampa changed his stance a little bit. He changed his stance recently. I guess I forgot who he was talking to, but he basically said at this point it's more about the journey rather than like as far as like winning championships or WrestleMania, stuff like that.
Okay.
He basically stated that it's not out of the realm of possibility. Like he's not ruling it out. So I could and of course this Ciampa I could see on the main roster.
Hell, bring them both, Ciampa and Timmy. Bring them both.
Ooh.
The Bar 2.0. Bring them both.
It's funny because they both wear jackets too.
Bring them both, right? Bring them both.
Damn.
They could be a tag team for a while. They could eventually split off back into singles, but bring them both.
And they would both be fucking just gold in both stances, both in the tag team and in singles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fans would eat that shit. This is why I can't wait for fans to get back in attendance fully on the main roster.
Yes.
So we can really see what everybody fucking thinks, and they can stop lying everybody with this goddamn Thunderdome bullshit.
Right.
Wait, are they still in the Thunderdome?
They are.
Friday. I mean, next week will be the last Thunderdomes.
Okay, and then of course when they come here,
this Friday will be the last SmackDown. Monday will be the last Raw.
Okay.
And I think from here on out, I think it's going to be crowds at Raw and SmackDown, because I don't think they're going on. I don't think they're doing house shows yet. But I think every Raw and SmackDown from here on out will be in front of crowds.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, let's see. Praise first off again to Swerve. Swerve, I can see it now. He's gonna relish in this damn North American Championship reign for sure.
Yes.
And I want to see where this goes, because I think he's going to come out of this a bigger star, and it's going to put him in a position to where people start looking at him as a contender for the for the NXT Championship.
Knocking on wood because it's in front of me. I think the only thing that's gonna mess up Swerve is an injury.
Ooh.
Because Swerve right now, ever since he had this heel turn, killing it.
True.
Yeah.
Damn. But they did talking about Top Dollar, alluded to the tag team titles.
Yes.
And ran down the competition within the tag division. So it seems that that's where they're headed in a way right now.
Yes.
Now, will they take them? They could potentially throw a swerve, no pun intended, within the plans for the tag division. But I don't know if they're going to let that happen just yet or anytime soon. Because unless they plan on fast tracking this feud with MSK and GYV, because that seems to be the next course of action for MSK would be to go against GYV, because I don't think there's really any other tag team at this point now.
No, because Legado had the shot, unless whatchamacallit comes back around. Imperium.
Damn, yeah, where the fuck have they been?
Ever since they beat down Brazongo, that was it so far.
Seems like they may have been more stuff to go with those two.
It might have had been, and then they cut Brazongo, so
You had nothing.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But we get to the main event.
Wait. They had the breakout tournament. They announced the peeps of the breakout tournament.
Oh shit! I think that was before the women's tag match too.
Which I am a little mad with this.
Why? Because it's people that we already seen for the most part.
No, you claim to have hired all these women. Why there's not a women's side?
Huh.
Now that could be something they may be announcing later. But as of now, you claim to have hired all of these women superstars. Where's the women's breakout tournament?
I think that's what they usually normally use the Mae Young Classic for that.
They normally do, but they haven't did a Mae Young Classic in a minute.
Damn, when was the last one?
I think it was 2019 or 2018, one or two. It was either 19 or 18.
It looks like. Oh, I'm seeing 18, but let me. Yep. And they only had two?
Yeah.
2017, 2018. Jeez.
Kairi Sane and Tony Storm. No, not Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, damn.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's my only gripe with the breakout tournament. I can't tell you who I think might win because a couple of those guys we haven't seen yet. So
yeah.
But here's to it.
Here's to it indeed.
There's only one guy with a little extra security for some reason. That last one that was announced. Excuse me.
Let me see. Because I think that was the Australian guy. But I'm about that guy. Something tells me he's going to be something special.
Okay.
Let me see if I got his
that
name.
dude who was 6'8", he didn't look 6'8".
400 something pounds too.
No, not him. That was the black guy. I'm talking about the one who was sitting next to the Australian guy. He was supposed to be like 6'8", and he didn't look 6'8". Maybe because I guess the way they had him positioned.
What was his name?
Yeah, I don't remember names other than Carmelo and
Josh Briggs.
Yeah,
that was his name. Josh Briggs, and then Duke Hudson is the Australian guy that was
Duke Hudson. Yeah,
I don't know. I looked at him. I was like, I saw a tag team between those two. It's maybe because they were just standing next to each other, but they just
Duke Hudson.
They look like they'll work together.
But we'll see how the tournament goes. I wouldn't. Like I said, I couldn't guess it of who is going to be the quote unquote breakout because I mean, if you look at the last breakout tournament, unfortunately, ACH was one of the only ones that didn't work out, and somebody else too.
Mm, yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, technically, we can say Boa, but
Oh,
he is still technically there.
that's true. That's true. Um, I'm gonna give a good one to Zero
I can see him going far.
Tajiro.
because I think he's gonna be something special just because he seems flashy and
I mean, the man wrestled the whole match with his jacket on, fam.
wait, was that who that was?
Yes,
What the fuck?
yes, that
That
was the
was
one
that
who.
guy.
Yeah, that was the one who wrestled with his jacket on and got pissed off when they touched it. Yeah, that's him.
Interesting.
He's been on 205 Live a lot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think like two. I think other than Jiro, I think another one of those guys been on 205 a lot as well too.
Huh. All right,
Now,
the
yeah, now
205.
that's interesting. Okay, fair enough. But this main event,
This main event.
Adam Cole is just something special. For one,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna use what you say, Lip, and I'm really gonna mean this.
Oh,
I think Adam Cole is the most gift wrap superstar WWE can ever have.
mm,
And I am literally saying this of everybody who came out of NXT in the last 7 years. This is over Seth Rollins. This is over Bailey. This is over Ambrose, Roman, Xavier
Sasha.
Woods, Sasha, Charlotte, Finn, uh, whoever you could think of. Adam Cole is probably the most gift wrap superstar NXT is going to give WWE.
yeah, yeah.
Can't disagree with that.
Um, Coley Cole. Listen, I don't want you to change anything, but
Nothing.
but for the sake of the main roster, and so that way you don't get overlooked, you ain't got to put on a lot of muscle. You know what? Either put on some Finn muscle or some Pete Dunne muscle. Because Pete Dunne
Mm,
went through a transformation.
he did.
So one of those
Yeah.
two, something that's going to still cater to your style and not hurt you in any way, just for your benefit. Because I want, like, if you desperately, like, if you just have to go to the main roster, just O'Reilly's okay. O'Reilly has a build right now it's like almost like Daniel Bryan, so that ain't really. But Cole's
Jim
just
Cornette.
very
Jim Cornette has said himself when he had Adam Cole back in Ring of Honor that they was just like, just give that man the microphone.
yes.
Just give him the
Yeah.
mic. Cornette has said that then. Just give him the mic.
Do you think that's going to end up helping him on the main roster, like to where
Absolutely.
it overshadows
Oh yeah.
the
Absolutely. You
aesthetics?
got to think. You got to think. That's what happened with the Miz. And I'm not saying and I'm not comparing the Miz to Adam Cole, but the
Yeah, of
Miz was
course.
such a great talker, you forgot that he was really a newbie.
Yeah.
The Miz
Hmm.
made you hate him so much that you forgot he was a newbie.
Well,
The
yeah, that
problem is
might be
with
something
Adam
to it.
Cole, he's such a great talker, but when you get him in the ring, he can beat that ass too.
True.
And you
That's
got to think the flashiest move Adam Cole does is the Panama Sunrise.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about suicide dives. You don't have to worry about diving off the top rope. Panama Sunrise is his flashiest move. He does.
You know what's crazy?
And the jumping insecurity. That's it. That's his flashiest moves.
I it never registered that was the case because
Yeah.
again, he's so good that everything that he does, he makes it seem like it's that much more extravagant
It does.
when it's just basic shit that he's doing.
Oh, and I guess the Ushigoroshi. But AJ Styles does that too. But yeah, his flashiest moves don't require him to put his body through anything crazy.
All right,
Adds
you
some
got me convinced.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know what they have planned for Cole and because it does seem like he's going to be overdue for a main roster run.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised it's been taking this long.
But
I
I think
definitely thought Undisputed Era was going to show up like the Shield.
I
But
thought so too.
I'm glad that's not the case.
Now we
Yeah,
can say that now,
yeah,
but at first you couldn't tell me the UE wasn't about to debut on the main, especially when they had lost all the belts. I
yeah.
didn't think UE versus Pat McAfee stable was going to be a thing.
I think that was due to the pandemic too. I think had the pandemic not
Probably.
happened, they probably would have debuted as a unit.
mm,
I can see that. You're probably right.
excuse me.
But of course, you know the whole woulda, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But I think this is better because now we get Adam Cole staying on his own, and we may get a reformation of UE down the line on the main roster, possibly, as
Possibly.
long as everybody stays healthy. You know, by that I mean Bobby Fish,
Yeah.
and everybody makes it out of it okay. And Diamond Mine doesn't damage Roddy Strong, but um,
It won't. And I'm gonna tell you why. No. It's not so much of that. It's not so much Diamond Mine. Roddy, I think is gonna do. I think Roddy is gonna do for the cruiserweight division what Neville did when Neville came back as a heel.
Mm,
Because you got to think, this whole time, did we ever consider Roddy going for the cruiserweight title?
Mm-mm.
Remember, this whole time, did we ever consider Kushida going for the cruiserweight title?
also, no.
Mm-mm.
What honestly needs to happen, what WWE should have been doing, since the cruiserweight title was 205 and under, they should have had other people from the main roster show up. Because you know who could have shown up and been like, hey, I want to challenge for the cruiserweight title?
Cedric.
Xavier Woods.
Oh, or Xavier, yeah.
Cedric
Yeah.
Alexander.
Yeah.
I mean, either one of those guys could have been like, especially when they was like open challenges and shit. Either one of those guys could have showed up and be like, well, fuck it, I want the cruiserweight title.
That would have been
But
nice.
I think with Roddy being a good heel and Kushida being such a good face, it's going to help the cruiserweight division at some point.
Oh yeah.
Especially if they potentially might kill 205 Live. Then I mean, come on now, right now, imagine Roderick Strong and then Jordan Devlin coming back and be like, "Hey, say fam, you got my title."
Oh,
Exactly, you got my
yeah,
title, guy.
yeah. Because we still haven't got, you know, fucking Kushida and Devlin.
Exactly.
So that's gonna be interesting. You know what? Just give me a triple threat. Roddy, Devlin, and Kushida
I'm down with that too.
all day, perfectly fine. But this match between O'Reilly and Cole, I mean, it was more tame
It
than their
was.
previous, for
It
sure.
was.
But I think personally, because Adam Cole's, you know, a made man in NXT and, you know, a precursor to the main roster, this was more so to showcase O'Reilly from what I was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And Cole, of course, is the and I think this is one of the reasons why Cole is still at NXT, to help elevate other people for the time being while he's there. So that way, when he does leave, people look better for it.
Yes.
So
I don't
O'Reilly,
know. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying O'Reilly is already just good in my eyes, period, just with the way he's doing. But I mean, this Cole just basically put the book in and just put a stamp on it, and that was that.
I don't know how much y'all care what Bleacher Report has to say, but they think they think that O'Reilly should have won this match. They was like Cole didn't need the win.
You should have.
He didn't. He didn't. But I think they're going to
That
end up
Cole
having
would
a
have still
third
been
match.
okay.
It's absolutely right. But this is going to spawn a third match, and I think this is going to be where Cole leaves because I think they're going to have like a loser leaves NXT.
That their whole rivalry is just too crazy.
Yeah, and so somebody's going to end up doing something, and that's going to be it. Because I definitely don't see us getting a Joe and Cole feud or match. I think that's going to be it. I think this is going to be specifically between O'Reilly and Cole, and that's pretty much it on that end. But
I can see that.
But yeah, it's it's going to be cleaning house because again they're building the NXT Championship picture for O'Reilly, Gargano, Dunn, and at this point Joe. I think Joe's just going to win that title from Cross, and then that might just be it. And then he might end up going back to the main roster.
You know, if I was Joe, I wouldn't want to.
Neither would I.
I wouldn't want to.
But I think Joe deserves a legitimate run on the main roster.
I agree, but I wouldn't want to if I was Joe.
Yeah, it's just that's this double-edged sword, man. Because they don't appreciate Joe on the main roster. They do not in the fucking slightest, and it's a shame. It's a damn shame. But yeah, I do agree. Cole didn't need to win this, but something told me that he was going to win.
The moment O'Reilly had, I think, kicked out, I was like, wait. Then when Cole hit him with just that barrage of just finishers, it was like, damn, Adam Cole had the finisher saved. He hit him with a fresh one. Like, shit. That boy had finisher time 3.
He had that. He had a signature waiting.
Yeah, he hit that man with everything.
And just came back. Cole was on. O'Reilly was all red. Everything.
All red. Everything. He was done.
And then that was it. Like you can't. And there's no prompt because that line to get that kick out was that thin.
Exactly, it was that thin. It was that thin.
There was no saving that boy. But it is what it is. Cole stands tall, and he's gonna brag, and this will cost him more shit down the line. But we have an NXT to look forward to next week. You know, with Tegan's return, with the outcome of Johnny and Cross, with Joe as the special guest referee.
Yeah.
Index shit.
Grimes and Knight.
I'm pretty sure we might get GYV and MSK segment or something.
Possibly.
We better get some Raquel and Dakota. They were on the show briefly talking about the women's tag division. But
I thought that was a little funny how Dakota wanted to talk about Shotzi's hair when her herself is looking troll dog-esque. Troll doll-esque.
But hey, we'll see.
It's okay. I love every bit of it.
Oh yeah. Because Dakota though.
I mean, of course, always. Hey, Raquel.
Indeed. But y'all have any final thoughts on NXT's Great American Bash?
I loved it.
Great show.
I had, like I said, other than that one ending with the women's tag match, I had no complaints with the show, personally.
Truth.
But shouts out to my MVP of the whole night being Indy Hartwell, though.
Hey.
Dex got his girl back. Jaeger, any final thoughts on
Dex got his girl back.
Oh man, I'm just looking to the future and just hope it's bright for Shotzi.
Uh, if only.
If only.
We can only hope for the best. We can only hope for the best. Please, main roster, do. I mean, it's not to say yes. She hasn't been drafted yet, but just in
Fair.
case,
Yeah,
main roster, treat her well.
please.
I don't think I have like any major final thoughts on NXT.
Are you sure? You sure?
I mean, what else is there for me to say? I mean, outside of
Oh, is it? You see, you did it one too many times.
See,
no,
now it's
see,
all glitching.
no, it's supposed to because it's to let you know that it's just so prominent.
You see, now we gotta throw up an epilepsy warning for this episode.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not meant for people to look at people lesser than.
See, this is why I chill on the Scootical. I don't have to deal with shit like this when I'm up there
But
no
you
by
know what?
epilepsy
myself.
up there.
You're right. You're right.
This is
I
what
actually
happens.
do. I do have a just one small final thought.
Mm-hmm.
3-1.
Really, 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 really. That's your final thought. Oh my god, this guy. You know, I will say this. I hope we get Mad Diamond Mine next week.
No, they ain't gonna be there next week. There's no reason for him. Granted,
Mad Diamond Mine.
even though Kushida had said something,
He did. I
he
hope
said he
we
was
get
ready.
Mad Diamond Mine next week.
Nah, look, I've had enough of Bivens for this week because I watched an Adam Cole interview and he was praising Bivens. I don't care that much, so
He praised Bivens.
he praised him.
Vindication.
He praised him, but it don't matter. Cole, look, problem was Cole was distraught off of the breeze removal that he just didn't know what he was saying.
I think he meant to
Ah.
say Breeze instead of Bivens. That's what I was probably.
No. He meant Bivens. He meant
Did he?
Bivens. Yeah.
Damn it, Cole.
It's okay, it don't matter. But yeah, Scoot, let the people know where they can find you.
Well, I said it before. I'll gladly say it again. You can catch me on the Scootical.
Mm.
When you think you at the pinnacle, look up. Maybe, just maybe, if you squint hard enough, or if you have binoculars, or if you have one of those fancy telescopes, you might see me up there.
Oh,
You just might.
Loki, no.
You just might. But other than that, it's been scrolling at the bottom. IG, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, the ScooterRay, or ScooterRay, either one. I'm Googleable at this point, as Lip Dizzle like to say.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a slight flex. Just letting y'all know.
let it be.
And since I flex this arm, I flex this one. I'm gonna go ahead and flex this one by saying the Less Than Stealthy Ninjas are Googleable too.
Bam.
You know, we're on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, IG, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and wherever other places Anchor ships our podcast.
Drop it. Sorry.
We just some Googleable people.
That's right.
That's gonna be a T-shirt.
That is.
I mean, not to sound pretentious and not to sound cocky, but I'm Googleable at this point.
Yes.
But while he's sitting there trying to figure out what's going on with Low Key, Mr. Jaeger Bombastic, Mr. So Fantastic, where can the people of the IWC, especially the ladies,
what
find you at, good sir?
I'm gonna say what my boy Scoot just said. It's in the crawl, but if you really want to talk to me, just shoot me a DM, I guess, because that's where the whole thing goes down.
Hey! If you shoot him a DM, ladies, you might get the real Jaeger after dark.
Double
Double
coming
entendres.
tonight, by the way.
Double entendres.
I mean, that one too. Um, also, this thing's been fun for like grip strength and forearm flexing. So, yeah.
Yup.
Hey,
Jeez.
ladies, you just heard
Shit.
them. Grip
Shit.
strength.
Need
Grip.
that massage.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, massage is right. You know, the IGs, the Twitches, the Xboxes, the PlayStations, the TikToks, because you know the fun just don't stop.
Hey.
But when you gotta try and cut them down from the pinnacle, because that sounds like a perilous road. And you find yourself tired and just need something to keep your spirits up, keep you motivated. Think you need to talk to somebody who begrudgingly has had a head larger than life recently, but you know,
Begrudgingly.
but you know,
But the message is still clear and it's still applicable to life.
it is.
Oh. It is. You see, because I should be
No.
a representation of what it means to succeed and rise
Cut the feed.
to
Cut the
such
feed.
high
We're out.
stakes.
We're out.
We
We're
out.
out.
I
We're out. All right, y'all. Peace out.
Tag.
Tag out.
while
We're out.
I am on my throne of royalness, being the prince of predictions,
Oh God, I thought I was bad.
I am also the prince of positivity, because
That is true.
Lifestyle Went Up is a thing.
You brought this.
It's funny because Lifestyle Went Up, there's also a
I
crown
did.
on there as well, on that logo. It's just I'm just surrounded by royal objects. But if you do need that positivity in your
you hear
life,
that, Scoot?
you
We're
can hit up
royalty.
the
Royalty,
IG,
right?
the TikTok, the Twitter, eventually the YouTube. But I'm also on your favorite podcast listening platforms, your Anchors, your Apple Podcast, your Podbean, your Breaker, your Stitcher, all that shit. Just go and listen to it. But if you want to shoot the shit and just have some goddamn fun, Lip Deasley on the IGs, the Twitters, the Twitches, the YouTubes, the TikToks, all that good shit. Just at me, but don't come at me, because one of these crown points might poke you in the eye. Because
that's just my job.
Shit,
but
anyways. You know, as I get a royal too sweet to my bros.
Begrudgingly.
And until we all bid you adieu to the next NXT recap, as always, you
episode,
beautiful mother
macho man
effers.
style. I gotta come in there.
Until next time, tag the F out.